My name is Logan Bruder, and I'll be discussing stereotyping disabilities. So first off is the situation. The situation is that certain groups aren't being represented in advertising or the media in general. Um, for example, in the case study, Target posted an ad with someone in crutches, someone who's disabled, and people really loved it. And I think that in itself is kind of sad. I think people want it to be normalized. If you see someone disabled, it's no big deal. It's just part of their life. It wouldn't be a spectacle to see someone who is disabled. And another problem is the stereotyping inside these ads. So, for example, if they put a blind man into a commercial and he did something that most blind men do, that would be stereotyping, and that could potentially offend a lot of people, and you'll lose business. In terms of values, I would ask the most important one is it ethical to stereotype in marketing? And the simple answer is no, it's not. The problem is that stereotyping is so built. It's like the foundation of marketing is marketing to a certain group through stereotypes, essentially. This obviously is a big problem, and I feel like it's been getting better over the years because in 2021 you cannot stereotype someone without getting called out on it. If a company posts an ad about a certain group they're trying to represent and did it wrong, you will get called out and you will lose a lot of business. Um, in terms of principles, I would say the Rawls veil of ignorance is the best for this situation. Being able to put up that veil and looking at it from a third party, saying, if I were to post this ad, would it affect disabled people in a negative way? Would if I post this ad, would it, offend them? Would it make me lose customer? Like, you got to think about it that way. You can't just make an ad and just expect it to work out, especially if you're just looking at it from a money standpoint. Um, the other one is Judo Christians love your neighbor as yourself. I think this one, it's essentially the golden rule, which is treat others how you'd like to be treated. If you were disabled and you saw that ad, would you be offended by it? Would you be upset that they posted that ad? And if so, well, you should learn how to, treat others. Like, if you were disabled, you want to see an ad that represents you well, or you want to see you want to see people like you, other disabled people, get represented at all. You rarely see that. And I think one way to fix this, it's a really difficult question, how to fix this problem, because stereotyping is engraved into marketing. It is a very difficult to do. But I think the simplest answer is to market to everyone. Instead of trying to market to a certain group, just market to everybody. It doesn't matter. Make everybody normal. If you put someone disabled in there, make sure you have a disabled point of view on your marketing team. You just have to try to market to everybody. This isn't just disabilities. This can be race, ethnicity, genders. It can be anything. Just make sure you're representing everybody, not just a single group or anything like that. I think that's one way to fix it. Like I said, it's a tough question because stereotyping is built into marketing, and it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's very difficult to just fix that problem. I think in terms of loyalties, I think just everybody, especially disabled people, because I feel like as of late we're starting to represent more ethnicities. We're starting to represent more races and genders. I think we're on the right path. We're definitely not there yet, but I feel like we're on the right path. But with disabilities, you don't really see disabled people in ads really ever. And if I were a disabled person, it'd be hard to go in the real world when you feel like there's no one else like you, because you never see them on TV. You never see them anywhere unless they're in real life. And I think being able to normalize that would be really important. Being able to normalize disabled people. Like, if you see a disabled person, you're not tempted to just look at them because you never see them. It should just be like, you shouldn't even be a second thought. You see them, you move on. It's really that simple. That is my take on stereotyping disability. Thanks for listening.